Howdy y'all, it's JR Gamer. Welcome back to the Gamingverse, your variety gaming channel for the average gamer. If this is your first time here and you're looking for a relaxing space to evaluate gameplay, inspiration for your own projects, or a dose of daily awful dad jokes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel right now. And while you're at it, click on the bell to get notified when I upload more videos. Welcome back, folks. This is episode 3 of Let's Play Planet Coaster Texas Adventure, and I'm happy to say that it's now a series. So we're going to continue this series until hopefully we can get the whole park done. I've made kind of a sketch of what I want the park to look like, so hopefully we can get it all done in a couple of years. I just saw Masquerade post in his YouTube that his park is done, and somebody commented that they had left for 2 years to a mission with their church, and when they come back, they had just finished the park. So I'm looking forward to 2 years of Planet Coaster, any updates, and getting this park to where I'd like it to be. So in this video, a couple of things happened. One is I had another video where I did a lot of work, and unfortunately I erased it, and by mistake. I erased it by mistake, and so all progress that I did on that just it's no longer available, so I'm not going to be able to show you the progress except on a grander scale. If you can see right there, I pushed out, zoomed out on this video, and you can see that there's a ride on the right side, and there's a ride on the left side, and there's a queue being made, and creating those I'm not gonna be able to do it because I erased the video. So in that video, I put together a Ferris wheel ride to start off with, right after I finished the train depot in Rio Grande. Just wanted a Ferris wheel in the front entrance, because I think it's a very nice aesthetic for a park to kind of see the Ferris wheel as you're coming in. And because I love Ferris wheels, so that was my first ride to put down. And I built the queue around it, and put down a shop and a drink store. So that's what I got done. And then on the other side, and the entrance to the Rio Grande area, I built it up with rocks. I created a rock entrance into the Rio Grande area, or the southwest area. It's not technically the Rio Grande. Rio Grande is part of the southwest and west, so it's more of the West Texas area. As you can see here, you can see the rock formation that I created as an entrance into the West and Southwest Texas area. And so I was really, really happy with that rock formation, that entrance. And so that was kind of what I built up. And then I also built my first water ride coaster on the other side, where on the other side it was going to be the Gulf Coast. So I've got the Southwest West on the left side, or on the west side of the park, and I've got the Gulf Coast on the east side of the park. And so that's what I wanted to do, was I wanted to create kind of the scenery of the Gulf Coast. And so I built a coaster, and I built a kind of a beach themed coastal area type park part of it. And so all of that was built up in the last video that I deleted, and unfortunately I can't show you the creation of it. But at the end of this video, I will actually put down I'll actually do a live walkthrough, basically a IRL walkthrough of those areas that were built up in the video that I deleted. So hopefully you enjoy that. There's going to be a lot more. I don't want to show you too much because right now I'm working on several things, and so I'm just going to show you the things that I've built up, and you might get a glimpse of a couple of other things that are on there because it's kind of hard to hide, but I'll do my best. But hopefully you enjoy what I built. Now, the coaster that I built, I'm not going to be able to show you because I actually built that coaster, and then in a later video, I destroyed it and built another one. So we'll keep that secret for now because it's not the same coaster that I built up in the original video that I erased. So we'll just see the Ferris wheel, and then we'll see the entrance without all the extra stuff. And guys, I'm also thinking, I was watching Mike Sheets the other day, his YouTube videos, and he was talking about his format for his videos. And so it got me thinking, and he was talking about how he really does not enjoy the time-lapse videos. And I've got kind of the similar idea about it, in the sense that I like doing the time-lapse videos. They're not time-consuming to put together and all that, but it's the whole talking through the entire video that's the hardest part for me, and talking about not what necessarily what's being done, but having no dead air until the video is done. And so what I was thinking is to follow kind of Mike Sheets' format. He does a kind of a two-part format where he does a little bit of a time lapse, maybe about 5 minutes of what he puts together, and then he goes into real life and he kind of explores the park, of all the things that changed in the park since the time lapse. Or he'll do, and he did this with another coaster that he was building up, a project that he was doing. I can't remember what I was watching, but he basically does kind of cuts. He'll build up whatever project he's building up, and then he'll do an IRL of what he did and what changed and why he did the things that he did, and kind of the thinking behind what had changed in that. Then he'll do a cut where he does a lot more work, and then he'll go IRL and do and explain what changed. And so he basically does a video of his progress in real life rather than a video of the actual construction of whatever it is, or the detailing of whatever he's detailing. In that case, I think it was a roller coaster, and I really did enjoy that video. He says it too. It seems that people are more engaged into looking at the park and the things that changed in the park and the things that are new to the park than the actual time lapse. And so I'm gonna take a page from his from his thinking, and I think I'm gonna try and do the same thing with episode 4. Is I'm gonna try and do kind of either a dual thing where I do a time lapse in the beginning, and then maybe about 5 or 10 minutes of time lapse, and then the rest of the time it'll be in real time, and we'll go through all the things that have changed in the park since the last episode. I think that's probably going to be more entertaining for you guys than me kind of talking over this time lapse. For example, right now I'm putting down planters to cover the the imperfect areas of the path system that I created. And so, you know, it's very time consuming because I wanted to get it right. I wanted to get the right colors in there. I wanted to get the right planters in there, and I wanted it to cover the the areas so that it looked like there was no flaws and the path system kind of worked the way it did. And so, it's a tedious, very minute job, but at the end you'll see how it transforms that area and how it makes it look much better. So, but again, it's the same thing. It's me trying to talk through the time lapse, and like for right now, I'm kind of going through what's gonna happen, and the time lapse kind of stops for a while. It doesn't stop. It's my thinking. It'll start moving again here soon, but that's kind of why I wanted to change the format. And hopefully you guys, I want to know what you guys think. Put it down in the comments. Let me know what you think, if that's a good idea, if you would like to see more of the real life, let's walk through the park and go through the things that have changed in the park, that are new to the park, or you want to see the time lapse, or you want to see both. But I'm gonna try a new thing for episode 4 and see how that goes, and see whether that works better for you guys. So hopefully that's okay with you guys as well. But like I said, let me know down in the comments what you think, and I'll read the comments, and do my best to see if I can accommodate what it is that you guys want to see from this Let's Play video. Again, this channel is, it's for people who don't have the time to do 6 or 7 or 8 hours of work. That's kind of the idea of this channel. Is kind of you come into the channel and evaluate the gameplay to see if this is what you want to do. This is what game you want to play. That's why I play a variety of games, not all in the same genre. Not all of them are simulation games, or not. I play all kinds of games so that you as a viewer can see, well, you know what, this is a game that takes way too much time for me, and I don't really have the time to play it. I'd love to do it, but it's just too time consuming. And that's what I'm trying to get with this channel. It's not about me being, because I'm not. I'm just like you guys in terms of what I can or cannot do when it comes to the video games. I'm not expert level Planet Coaster creator. As you can see, I'm as creative as I can be. The creator in my family was my brother. He was the one that had the vision for creativity and all that stuff. So I'm not expert level creator like a lot of the Planet Coaster creators out there that I watch. The things they come up with are absolutely amazing. So, and I'm not an expert first person shooter kind of thing, or an expert in strategy games, but I love playing video games. And so I wanted this channel, and I want this channel to be about, hey, look, here's the regular guy playing the games that I want to play. Let me see if this is a game that I want to play, or that I can play, or that I have the time to play. And I'll talk about that. I'll talk about how long it took me to do certain things, and how I do it so that it gives me a little bit of time without being considered casual game player. I don't buy things to get past levels. I buy things to make the game better for myself. I buy DLCs, or I buy extra, not necessarily extra levels, but the extras, just because I want the game to be as aesthetically pleasing for me, as if I, as if I aesthetically pleasing for me as I can. And so that's what I want you to do. Is I want you to be able to evaluate all parts of the game to see if it's something that you want to do, or you want to play. And if you have the time to play it, that's the other thing. I mean, Planet Coaster is a beautiful game, but the sandbox portion of it, if you want to get something detailed, it takes a long time. I mean, the time lapse video that you have here is time lapse at 5 times the speed, and it went from about a 4.5, almost 5-hour video to about a 20-minute video. And so those are things that you need to take into consideration when you're reviewing the games. If you don't have the kind of time that full-time creators or full-time streamers have, where they're playing the game, 8 to 10 hours a day. All of us don't have that kind of time. I usually play my games at night. I usually play about 3 or 4 hours after work when I can. And so I've advanced a lot of this in time, but I haven't, it's like I haven't touched Planet Coaster in a couple of weeks because of work, because of things that I outside of, in real life, IRL, that I have to do. And so those are considerations that I want you to, that I want to portray to you in terms of how difficult it is to do some of these video games, or whether it's something that you want to pursue, or whether you want to take the time to do now. Sandbox in the management is probably a lot better because it comes with its already built out parks, and you just have to do parts of the park. Or if the idea is for you to manage a park, the not the career mode, but the challenge mode allows you to do that, to create a park and to challenge yourself with the management as well. So the game has its modes that allows you to take as much time as you want to do the different whatever is more comfortable for you. So I just want you to consider that when you're looking at this game. Here I'm detailing the path, just because I want to see the aesthetic and how it works. I found a new way of doing paths by watching a tutorial by Silvarret, and I'll put the link in the description on how to create. And what Silvarret was doing is he was talking about how in most amusement parks, paths are not linear. It's not like you've got a trail that goes from one side of the park to another side of the park. Yes, there are some trails somewhere, but amusement parks are basically concrete. They're concrete plazas. They have these wide open areas, wide open paths that are big and are built so that people can walk, but large groups of people can walk through without walking all over themselves. And that's what Silvarret found a way of doing those plazas by connecting several paths together, and then using the path tool to basically expand the path. And you saw a lot of that at the beginning of the video, and I didn't explain it because I was talking about other things in the video, or about the channel. But the idea is to take those corners and kind of click out like you're creating a path, and then what you do is you delete that path, and what it'll do is it'll smooth out that corner and create kind of a wider plaza type thing. And that's how I created this plaza at the entrance of the park, is using Silvarret's technique. Is I took that circle or oblong path that I created at the beginning in episode 1, and I smoothed it out to create this huge plaza. And the idea is, and you'll see in the IRL, that I want to, and you can see the coaster over there in the back. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. The idea is right here as you come in, you're gonna see shops and restaurants and eateries to be the first thing. It's kind of like the main street, but in this case, there's not going to be a main street like there is in Disney. It's more like a series of shops or a town center. I wanted you to be the first thing to see as you come into the park. So that there's a restaurant and there's a place where you can eat and there's some shops there for the people to enjoy. And so that's kind of what I was going for in creating this plaza, and the rest of the park will be similar in that way, in that I will be creating kind of these big plazas with very, very smoothed out areas, big paths. That's kind of where my thinking is, and I want to thank Silvarret for putting out that tutorial, because it actually allowed me to envision what it is that I was trying to create, because I couldn't really do it with the path system as it is right now, and I just didn't know how to do it. And so Silvarret's tutorial really helped me into creating that plaza, which is what I see in a lot of amusement parks. Guys, I really appreciate you guys watching videos. Put down in the comments what you think about the video, what you think about me changing the format of the videos into more IRL streams, so that you can see some of the changes in the park compared to the last episode, rather than just watching a time-lapse video of me creating some of the stuff that I did in the park. Or if you want to see kind of a mixture of both, if you're more interested in the time lapses or you're more interested in the IRL portion of the video. Guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll catch you on the next one, and hopefully you'll like what I have to put together next time. See you next time. Adios.